it's Tilly. I'm up in my dad's office again. My hair is so messed up, but I actually just washed it, and it's like halfway dry, but it looks ridiculous. Anyway, I did want to make a little video. Maybe it'll turn into a long one, I don't know. About my doctor appointment the other day. Again, I always forget to ask. Like, I tell myself I'm going to bring a list in, and then I forget about the list altogether, and I try to remember everything from the list. Well, I forgot to set up a physical, which I really need to do. Anyway, so, but I guess I was thrown off because usually when I go in for a med check, it's pretty routine. You know, we just talk about, you know, if it's been a month, or it's usually either a month or 3 months. If I'm doing pretty well in her estimation, then she says she'll, you know, see me back in 3 months. If I'm not doing so well, wow, it's about to storm. Like, the trees are swaying. If I don't seem to be doing so well, you know, a lot of times she'll say, let's see you back in a month. So every time I go to the doctor, I started going to see this this office, I should say, back in like 2009, I think, or 2010, because I was at that time fully bulimic, and it had gotten so bad that I couldn't control it. I really was feeling like it had taken over my life. And plus, I had moved, and I hadn't established any therapist or anything like that, and I wasn't on any, you know, antidepressant, which I've been on antidepressants since I was 14, so anyway, so I've been going to see her for a really long time, and I always ask them not to tell me what my weight is. Sometimes if it's like a good day or whatever, I'll be like, you know, only tell me if it's like down or whatever. And I do remember a few visits back, I said that, and the nurse said something like that I had lost 8 pounds, I think he said. But it was, you know, it was over a course of time. It didn't seem too shocking. Well, I got weighed. I noticed that the nurse was really quick with me. I mean, she got my blood pressure and my pulse, and just, that was it, pretty much. Like, she didn't ask any questions and nothing. And she weighed me, and I said, you know, please don't let me, or don't tell me. And she's like, nope, no problem, just look away from the wall and I'll tell you when to step down. And she seemed really understanding. Anyway, so I'm waiting for my doctor to come in, and she comes in, and she goes, so, let's talk about your weight loss. And that's a really weird topic, because for me it's like, I've always been chubby. My family just has like this curse of being, we're just all chunkers, you know? I mean, we're just porkers, really. And I got made fun of so bad around the time that like all this other stuff was happening, when I was like 9 or 10 years old, and I was really like awkward and, you know, quite overweight for a kid that age. And anyway, come to find out that I lost 30 pounds in the last 6 months, and I didn't notice it. So, I wasn't like that happy or excited. My heart just kind of sank. And, I said, well, I don't usually like to know what my weight is. And she was kind of stammering around, just saying, yeah, well, it looks like it dropped then, but in the last 6 months, it's been going down really fast. And I said, I kind of think I know why. In the last 6 months, that would make perfect sense. I mean, I've pretty much stopped with the rule that I once had for myself that I have to eat a meal every day. I've stopped enforcing that. And so I do know that there are days that go by that I don't eat anything at all. And sometimes it will be 2 days back to back. And I mean, yeah, I feel weak as hell. I feel horrible. And I don't go anywhere on days like that. But what's the alternative? Either I have to go out and buy myself something to eat when I already am like negative energy, or I have to eat something that's here, like that belongs to my parents, who are perpetually on diets, and they don't even keep barely any food in the house. I mean, the stuff they do keep in their fridge is just like gross, and it's been in there forever. I don't know where my mom eats or what she eats, but my dad I always catch him with Wendy's bags and stuff. They don't really buy groceries like they used to. There's no milk, there's no anything like that. But, losing 30 pounds without even noticing it. I mean, I have noticed none of my clothes fit right. I don't recognize myself if I see a picture of myself. My neck area, I do see a lot of like extremely bony areas, but not that much more than normal. So I was kind of shocked to hear that. Oh, when I asked, finally, I was like, alright, how much do I weigh? I don't really honestly even care. And she said, you weigh 130, or 131. And I'm thinking, I gasped. The lowest weight that I have been as an adult was, okay, the highest weight that I've been that I know of was 230. When I got married, I was 230. It may have been a little bit more, even. But that's what it was, after the first week of my diet, so I know that I had probably lost a lot of water weight, so 230 plus. I lost 100 pounds, basically starving myself, in 2006. And since then, I've been dealing with the IBS issues from hell. But I've kept the weight off. But now I'm officially a little more than 100 pounds under my highest. And I remember 128 was the number. I had tried was it fall? I think it was the fall, yeah. Because it was the first year that me and Peter, my ex-husband, we separated during the fall, and I was really, not eating, and I kind of was, trying to make it seem like I was just on a diet, but I had got down to 128, I think, for, a day, and then it went back up to, 137 in, a day, so it's, not my normal, I think, the weight my body is used to being is like probably 145 to 150. And 130 or 131, that's not that's not even like underweight. I mean, hopefully that's in normal range and not still overweight for someone 5'6", I don't know. But it concerns me because one thing is, this is something that I used to have to try really hard, okay, to lose anything. And over the last year or so, I've literally just lost my appetite. I don't want to even eat anymore because literally there's times like I eat something and it must be something that gets stimulated through the act of chewing or eating or something, and I am like already sick in the bathroom. It doesn't make any sense how it could go that fast. It doesn't. A doctor would tell you that's not possible, that something else is happening. But, you know, with IBS, I know it's like gross stuff. You don't want to hear about it. But what is happening is my bowels are being stimulated randomly from whatever. And just, I feel like they're just being stimulated like constantly. Whether it's from something stressful that Renee says, and suddenly I'm like, oh my god, I just feel like I'm gonna have a really big accident and it's gonna suck. You know, that's what it feels like though. And imagine feeling like that everywhere you go. And like, if you're calm and everything, you still have to like kind of be on guard because it's like anything could stimulate the feeling, and it's just it's not a comfortable feeling at all. There's no medications that I've found to help it. There's, you know, and they always say, oh, it's all about your diet and stuff, but you get to a point pretty quickly with IBS where diet is a commodity. It's like, give me like liquid nutrients right now. That's what I need, you know. I'm not even at the point still of choosing, you know, to eat this or that. It's like, no, I just need something to get in me that I will not, like, immediately reject, you know. I'm still taking those gummy vitamins because I just figure, I mean, something's keeping me moving. And I think the vitamins, and I do drink these horrible caffeinated drinks that are also really fortified. So they have a whole bunch of added vitamins, and I know that's not at all what you want to nourish your body with. But I think that if it's a choice between that and nothing, obviously, you know, but anyway. I do know that I need to, I had a good experience, with, yogurt and granola a couple years back. It was really good, and it made me feel really good, and it was easy. I don't know. It might be time to do something like that again. I mean, she told me, like, she's not saying, like, you need to gain weight or something, but she's, you know, kind of concerned because anorexia is technically, like, losing a certain percentage of your body weight in a certain amount of time, and, you know, being that I've had these issues in the past, but it's never been this way, though. That's the thing that's scary to me. You know, how, like, there's a lot of, like, really bad diseases out there. They say, like, you know, symptoms could be, like, involuntary weight loss or whatever. And you're always like, oh, I wish I could just lose weight without even trying. But then when it actually happens, you're kind of like, wait, why is this happening? I don't know. I definitely don't feel sexy or like, you know, I felt with like self-image and feeling sexy and feeling attractive, it's been a really long time, and I honestly felt more attractive at 160 pounds when I was healthy and tan and active than when I'm at 130 pounds and I'm pale as a ghost. I have dark red circles around my eyes. My teeth are getting all fucked up and just, sorry, swearing. And I can barely have the energy to, like, do anything. So, yeah. But don't worry, I mean, I always figure out a way at the end. It's just, you gotta be careful with not eating, because if you get too malnourished, you can't make that shit up. Like, you know, I think, like, starving children in Africa and things like that, you know, there's a point that they get so malnourished that it doesn't matter how much you feed them, how much you give them, their body is permanently damaged. And they die, you know? I don't know. Anyway, it seems like I've just been seeing so much death around me lately, and illness and stuff related to livers.